Like, are we gonna ever go back? I'm waiting. Are we gonna go back to the moon? We announced that the Artemis 3 mission, we're gonna go to the moon, we're gonna do all this great exploration again. But look, we're not gonna send humans to the moon anymore. Where are we gonna go? Let's see the words that they use. Where are we gonna go? Take a guess. So where are we gonna go? Ready? Hold on. Artemis 3 mission will no longer aim to land on the moon. Instead, under revised plans, it will launch again mid-2027. Okay, right. In a low Earth orbit. Low Earth orbit, designed to test essential technologies.
You just don't get it, do you? You don't. I'm sorry. That just hit me funny.
And I quote once again from Genesis. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. There you have it.
There we have what? What are you saying?
It's water. I'm saying water because it said water like 8 times. So it's water. That's what the whole thing is, water.
So you'll see these CIA documents that were approved for release in 2000. And you'll see that this is actually the Scientific Council of the Institute of Physics of the Earth in the USSR. And that they argued for these findings at the geophysical year. And it's about light scattering in the high atmosphere. So some properties of atmospheric indicatrices of light scattering by Pyaskovskaya, Fasenkiba, the Astrophysics Institute, the Academy of Sciences in Kazakhstan, the USSR. This is done in 1957, but it shows you that even at that time the Russians knew there was a firmament. Determining the coefficient of atmospheric transparency from sky brightness. And you'll see they use several methods to actually determine differences of light in the sky to identify the firmament. So again, by the same author, USSR Geophysics, published in '62, Calculation of Light Dispersion of the Higher Orders. A proof is presented that the light dispersion of the higher orders can be computed from the data obtained in plain direct observations. The brightness of the sky considering all forms of light scattering. Various methods for determining the atmospheric transparency coefficient. And all of these documents as well reference the non-rotating flat Earth, or a flat non-rotating Earth. And I'll put links to them as well. Study of the dispersion of light in the Earth's atmosphere. Joint Council of Institute of Physics of the Earth, the Institute of Physics of the Atmosphere, and Institute of Applied Geophysics. The Academy of Sciences in the USSR. You can't get any higher up, scientifically. In the investigations, 2 instruments designed by V.G. Vasenkov were used. One of these was a visual photometer of the daytime sky, intended for measuring the brightness of the firmament. The other was a photoelectric halo photometer for determining the brightness from near-sun halo and also from the sun on a surface perpendicular to these rays. The dissertation contains a certain formula of the brightness of the sky, taking into consideration only the brightness of the first order, and derived on the assumption of a flat Earth, and giving some conclusions derived on the basis of this formula. For a certain coefficient of transparency of the atmosphere, the brightness of the sky at any point is represented by derivation of 2 functions, of which one is the function of the diffusion of light, and the other is a function of the zenith distances of the sun, and of the observed point of the sky. On changing of the zenith distances of the sun, z, from 90 to 0 degrees, the brightness of the sky on the almucanter of the sun increases first, reaching a maximum for a certain value of z, and then decreases. A method is also proposed of determining the brightness of the clear daylight sky at any point, based on measuring the brightness along the almucanter of the sun, and of 5 or 6 points of the firmament located at various zenith distances. I actually mentioned that they prove that there is a firmament, that they're measuring the light of the firmament, and they know the distance to the firmament. and also that this is done assuming and knowing that the earth is flat and non-rotating. There you have it, folks. There is a firmament. The earth does not go on forever. It is not an unending plane. There is a solid firmament in the sky, as was told to us in Holy Scripture by the Most High, by God.
Charlie Echo 3 stop, Norway 5, Norway Unicorn. This is Japan.
Wow.
You are also past 7, 57, 50 now, okay, that's Japan. Thank you, 60 yards, you should know my band. That's just 25 yards, 12 meter band. Thank you, 26.
It seems like I'm floating in front of the Earth, doesn't it? In reality, all of this is a set. We use giant green screens, harnesses that lift me up, and then the computer adds the planet. Look, this is how they film us. And I'm not even an astronaut, I'm an actor. And many of us are as well. So don't believe everything.
In this scene, upon the arrival of the third astronaut, we can observe how his right foot seemingly becomes entangled with one of the cables that supports him. Subsequently, we then see the same astronaut attempting to adjust the cable that is currently entangled around his foot using his right hand. He also reaches his hand behind him and tries to adjust his harness. Feeling quite uncomfortable, he adjusts his suit to rectify the mistake. His partner, seeing this, joins him in adjusting his own. After their greeting to Sirs was concluded, they appear quite uncomfortable and awkward about leaving, with one astronaut completely tangled up in his harness. His companions leave without even trying to offer him any help. Until the very last moment, the astronaut on the right struggles to untangle himself without being able to accomplish it.
Finland develops wireless electricity system where power moves freely through air without cables. But it's not a new idea. That's Nikola Tesla. And this is what they were writing about him in the newspaper 125 years ago or so. Power, light, and heat will be as free as air. Has discovered a way to harness free electric currents. Tesla will deliver us, but then they made him out to be crazy. And this comment says that people are saying it's unsafe for birds and unrealistic, but they forget that Tesla sat in his lab and held his free electricity in his hand, let it pass through his body, and they wrote about it in the newspaper too back then. Look at this. May 5th, 1893. An electrical wizard, Nikola Tesla allows a charge of 200,000 volts to pass through his body. Mr. Tesla has also discovered a means of harnessing electricity so that it shall serve mankind without injuring him. To demonstrate this, he allows a current of 200,000 volts to pass through his body and illuminate a bulb containing sulfate of calcium, which he holds in his hand. The bulb glows with a light so intense as to fill the room with a brightness and to disclose the great electrician holding it aloft, unharmed and smiling. Then he assures the spectators that this is nothing. So I think the birds will be safe.
You won't believe this. So type flat earth backwards and then add .com to it on Google. Guess what comes up? NASA. The NASA website comes up if you type flat earth backwards and then .com. Guys, I'm not making this up. And then go to ChatGPT and say, generate me a biblically accurate image of the cosmology of our realm. And look what it shows, guys. A flat earth with the waters above and the waters below. And the sun and the moon in the firmament. Isn't that weird? And what's weird about the globe model is it orbits at 66,600 miles per hour, 666. The axial tilt is 23.4 degrees. So obviously the remaining would be 66.6 if you're talking about a 90-degree angle here. Arctic Circle latitude is 66.6 degrees north, which you can't explore. Antarctic Circle latitude is 66.6 degrees south, which you also can't explore. And then of course the Earth is curved at 0.666 feet per mile squared. Yeah, guys, Earth is flat.
This is another one for my Flat Earth family. Listen, right, I know I got a lot of hate on me last video, but I wanted to ask a question. So, if the Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, that's what it says, it's spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. When you're flying an airplane goes like 160, 200, 300 k's an hour or something, I don't know. But it doesn't go 1,600 kilometers an hour, which is 1,060 miles or something like that. Wouldn't the world just be spinning and you would never get to your destination? Like, because you'd be up in the air, you'd be going slower than what the Earth is spinning. So if you wanted to go to Tokyo from Australia, you could just jump in a helicopter, hover for a second, and because the Earth is spinning so fast, why doesn't the helicopter end up in Tokyo? Like, it doesn't make sense. And I'm not a flat earther, but this is the one for the flat earthers. I like this little experiment. Let's find out. Love you.
Trump controlled opposition. Candace Owens controlled opposition. Charlie Kirk and his so-called wife with the Masonic G-ring controlled opposition. Alex Jones on InfoWars pretending to be the good guy that's trying to do something about it controlled opposition. Mel Gibson, an actor. They're all actors, guys, and they're all part of the same club. Yes, he's a controlled opposition. George Janko, controlled opposition. All those that he interviews, including Brandon Lake and those two pastors that go around the schools apparently preaching about Jesus, controlled opposition. They're all deceiving you guys. They're all part of the same club. Brian Tamaki of New Zealand Destiny Church, controlled opposition. A lot of them are Masons, part of a very ancient satanic cult that have been around for centuries. The government are part of it, the police are a part of it, all of it. They're all part of the same club. Yeah, I just needed to let you guys know that. And all about these Epstein files, that's a psyop, it's a psychological operation. They have to tell you the truth of what they're doing. I believe it's true what they do to children, but it's a psychological operation. Just like the whole Charlie Kirk unaliving was a psychological operation. To put fear onto you, because that's how they manipulate you, is through your emotions. Guys, Satan is real. He is in his, it is Satan's little season. He is trying to cause as much division and as much destruction as possible with the little time that he's got left on this earth. If you don't understand your history, read the book of Enoch. It's all about the fallen angels. It's all about Lucifer. It's all about the Nephilim hybrid giants. There were giants that walked the earth. There are still Nephilim that work in underground military bases and work with the government. They are still orchestrating their agenda of destroying God's children, which that's who we are. At the end of the day, you've got to wake up, people. Wake the hell up. You've been put under a spell for so long and been programmed for so long, and it's time to wake up. Everything you've ever known has been a lie. You now need to question everything, do your own research. Don't even believe me, do your own research. Trump, MAGA, when you research what MAGA means in Latin or Greek, it means magician and sorcerer. Guys, please, the whole alien thing is a lie. How do you spell alien? A-L-I-E. Obviously with the N, but it's a lie. There are fallen angels, there are Nephilim, there are demonic spirits, there are no aliens. There is something coming, guys. There is a deception so big on a scale that we've never seen before with this fallen angel AI technology. I am telling you now, if you do not wake up, you are going to be complicit and you're going to believe the deception that's coming. Whether it's a false Jesus, they use AI technology, you're going to think it's real. If it's a big mothership, alien spacecraft in the sky, like on the movie Independence Day, you're going to believe it's real. I am telling you now, you've got to wake up. Joe Rogan, controlled opposition. All of those people that he interviews on his podcast, including Trump, including Jelly Roll. Yes, Jelly Roll. He's not a Christian, guys. He's a controlled opposition. He's part of the club. They're all part of the same satanic club. Red and blue, Labour and National. It doesn't matter what political party they're in. They're all part of the same club. It's all deception. And they're laughing at you because you are ignorant. You watch the news every night and get fed what to believe. You can't think for yourself. You've been programmed and you've been dumbed down. And they are betting on that. And they're laughing at you because you think that kind of stuff is a conspiracy theory. It's not.
The Flat Earth map dates back over 1,000 years. This map is credited to being created by a Persian astronomer. His name was Al-Biruni and he lived between 973 AD to 1048 AD. It's the official map of the United Nations and also the United States Geological Survey. It used to be present in many places before the creation of NASA and the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. Here you see it with Admiral Byrd. This map has been restored by Dmitry from Russia with suggestions of mine, Eddie Alenkar. Known by my YouTube channel Flat Earth Banjo, I asked Dmitry to include the Bermuda Triangle and Point Nemo, a place deep in the Pacific where NASA buries rockets. Then Robert Tozzi, a professional mapmaker, came along and enhanced the map even more. There are many people now selling this map online, but if you could order it from my online store, I would greatly appreciate it. Visit my online store now and order one of the items. I humbly thank you.